Right, let's see if we get goals then. Coventry against Tottenham, and we can join our Coventry team of Lee Hendry. And first of all, good evening to Rob Moore.
Southampton, the Tottenham come here tonight facing a club seemingly now heading very much in the right direction so far. Thomas and Eccles were both in the first 11 for last season's Wembley FA Cup semi-final against Manchester, along with Sergio Reguilon, who's not turned out for Tottenham in more than 2.5 years.
Will produce plenty of chances for Dom Solanke, who probably needs that this evening. Just keep a tab on him.
Was the last one that they can claim as a major trophy. And of course, Ange Poster, Brandon, Thomas Asante, but it was well cut out. And here's Rodoni!
And he forced up. He knows he's in the wrong here. There's times and there's a place, isn't that? Yes, wanting to play out from the back, but it's a real poor pass.
Who won the corner. Now takes it, and Forster comes and grapples with it just about. He sweeps it away.
Rush challenge. It's on the halfway line, but I think he's got a good point. Certainly getting away from him.
Dogged work going on in that midfield for Spurs. And given the captaincy this year, has struggled with injury, but he is back on the bench tonight. And Forster having to try and make that his. And Bergvall tries to take it on again. It's Thomas who clips it away, back by Rodoni in the end. Long for Timo Werner, but Van Eyck had that covered. There's Timo Werner. Across, but covered by now Timo Werner. Perhaps to make an angle for himself before he chose in the end.
Werner.
Werner took that on, but actually behind him, Solanke might have.
It's not a bad option to have, is it? William Johnson. I actually thought he might start this season.
Johnson getting that one across. Thomas Asante has to make that a.
In and around him, I actually felt that he got away from the two. Just brilliant little two-touch there. I feel it might have been a foul.
Drifts it over dangerously. Thomas was in a bit of an error.
Attacking players.
Werner making the angle for the middle. Is right. It's Bidwell with a cross. Thomas Asante doing with it what he could. Allen's layoff. And Eyck tries to drive
forward. It's been effective. He put balls into the box. They've been patient. And Eyck here.
And Eyck does win the corner this time. And Forster does in the end get there, but the pressure stays on them. In the end, as Thomas
gets the header here, and it's not convincing, is it, by any stretch? Forster comes out, he's never going to get there at all and have it their own way.
It's Bidwell with a cross, all the way across to Rodoni!
And the other chance where they work it well, Coventry, that left side. Jake Bidwell, deep cross, just have a look at Jack Rodoni coming in.
Sarr. Johnson pulls it back, but it's behind everybody. Again, Eccles goes long this time. And Bassett looks to get in behind. It's Norman Bassett.
This is just a big direct pass. I'll tell you what, in behind, it's a good first touch.
Doggy. And over hits it for...
And it's a brilliant run. It's just all about being on the same wavelength. He's got to slide that pass. You can see positions.
Here's Thomas Asante looking for Hadji Wright.
And Thomas Asante. Look at the space and time he's got. He knows that all he's got to do is pick. Hadji Wright will be so pleased with the way they've set up.
Pulled back by a doggy, but Bentancur. Johnson's layoff to Gray. Brought him in, but now a big opportunity for him to prove his point. Because Spurs again for now is Ange Postecoglou. Here is Brennan Johnson. for Solanke with a cross. It's Johnson.
Really well here, just keeps possession of the ball. Has to be forced out wide, and one thing.
Here's Papsar. Headed on to Brandon Thomas Asante.
It's just the flick that's won up the gambles. Brandon Thomas Asante defensively. Ferguson has to go to ground just to get enough on the block.
From Rodoni and from Coventry City, and he set Bassett away. It's Norman Bassett.
They don't want to. Jack Rodoni again just sliding in. Norman Bassett, I really like this young man. I really do. He looks like he's got.
Loops one up towards Norman Bassett. Forster thought about coming in and goes back, and Bassett just dwelt on it.
Have a look at the back line here. I don't see anyone chasing back. Jed Spence has to come back and recover.
The pressure, what a ball out, that is from the goalkeeper. And Forster's come and doesn't get there. Here's the chance, and Hadji Wright.
Switched off completely. And I think they're asking for a foul, but there's not. He just literally.
Others have given it away again. Here's Brandon Thomas Asante. Rodoni pulls it back. Thomas Asante!
Press, the work ethic. Mark Robinson's Coventry's been brilliant this evening, as it has been.
Werner, Spence, bombing forward, wanted it played early. They are inviting trouble here. Right. Allen. Ball right across, and Brandon Thomas. Sarr with the ball in, but Ange Postecoglou has seen enough. So Son and Maddison. Fired across, Thomas Asante! Turning the order, the normal order, upside down again! Grey clouds hovering back over Tottenham Hotspur. You can't say they haven't deserved it. Thomas Asante, who's already scored.
They have been knocking on the door, and I think this just sums up how Coventry have gone about their business. I mean, no one going anywhere near. Great ball, finds himself on this left side. Brandon Thomas Asante finds himself in a more central position. Listen, this isn't, it strokes it in that near post. The roof has officially gone off here, and the pressure's on. Spurs and Ange Postecoglou, what can they do here?
And now the goal scorer. Foul by Son. Maddison slides one through. Jed Spence pulls it back. Maddison trying to bear down on Thomas. No one there. Davis. Werner. Here's Son.
Kulusevski on that.
Kulusevski involved from the off. Bidwell with the ball across. Sims without a Mason Clark! Tragersin's ball. Looking at Maddison. And he goes for it.
A little bit of disguise from James Maddison, trying to chuck the eyes in, going at that near post.
Who aims to find Ellis Sims. Sims deflected! Oh! Hoping the two shepherd it out. They haven't done. It's a wonderful save. What a stop again. Away by Allen. Tries to retrieve it, but Kulusevski gets away from him. Tries to play it in towards Johnson. Kulusevski trying to get the better of Binks. Pulls it back, but it's behind. This is Johnson. Ball looking for Kulusevski. And Wilson. It's on by Maddison to Kulusevski. It's promising build-up, and they've got. And it is the substitute Jed Spence who's arrived on the scene to save Tottenham's bacon.
Two subs combined, aren't they? Let's have a look at that. Actually, it's the 3 subs. Madison, just a little spin round the corner into Kulusevski. Just Spence does really well here, by the way. So he takes, it's a big toe past Wilson. It's a good finish as well.
Gray. Johnson, been well getting in tight, too tight. He's got it clear to Mason Clark, who has to make that his. Jets Torp found himself ambushed. Bentancur has the option of Brennan Johnson. Could Johnson finish it here? He has! Being dumped out of this competition, have brought about the late revival, and it's all been done through substitutes. Mark Robbins crestfallen.
Absolutely unbelievable. As his dad's celebrating as well. Brennan Johnson, top teams do that. Worked hard, it's there in that midfield, caught in possession, the little slide into Brennan Johnson's path, and then the good, and he does it brilliantly. Ben Wilson comes out, engaged, tight angle, and it's the over the top, Bentancur that slides Brennan Johnson through, and I think that will be it. What a massive turnaround.
Bạn gì mình cái này thì mình làm ăn thì cái chỗ trong đấy thì nó sâu thuê nó hẹp mà nó ít phòng thì bây giờ bán thì xong